Boom, we're live on our social medias right now. Thank you all for tuning in. Of course, this is the Cowboy Cast. I'm Jerry Martinez. Got Harvey Zuniga. Harvey, let we already got to the Keep It Real Monday. Yesterday we had a great show with Philman, with Mailman Phil and Kendall Whitley. We really appreciate them collaborating with us and giving us their takes on what the Cowboys did wrong against the Jaguars. But and we still got a very important matchup up ahead. Right now it's 13-1 Eagles coming to the Cowboys at 10-4. Man, Dak is 7-3 against the Eagles.
We just need to get it together, man. I'm sorry, Jerry. We need to get it together, man. Obviously, this year, as they said, the Cowboys haven't lost back-to-back games, and I hope that rings true this week. I think they've realized themselves that, man, we can't be playing like this, and somehow they get it together. They rally together and they come and win a game, man. Hopefully, that happens on Saturday because I ain't gonna want to open gifts, man. I ain't gonna want to open gifts the next day. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you and the majority of all Cowboy Nation dads are going to be in that. But let's hear Dak Prescott because they asked Dak Prescott that same question about what is it about not losing back to back games, and it's always good to hear from the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Yesterday's debate was heated. If you guys don't follow us on TikTok, go follow us on TikTok. And you'll see the debate. Those that are on TikTok, shame on you if you haven't pressed play or liked it or commented on that. But you guys need to take advantage of the great work that we put up with there. So here's Dakota Prescott talking about that.
Game. This team hasn't lost back-to-back games at any point this year. Why are you guys so good at bouncing back?
I just think you have a resilient locker room, as we've talked before. That being just the mantra of the team, and understanding when you lose a game, you've got one chance, and your only chance is really just to respond, and you want to respond in the way that you're capable of in all three phases. And I think when you lose, you have to look left and right and look at the guys next to you and lock your arms tighter and understand that you've got to look at your self accountability first and just understand that they're going to do the same and move forward and be better. And so when you have the men and when you have the men and the mindset that we do in that locker room, you don't worry about how they're going to respond.
I mean, does he have a point? I mean, I guess it's very notable, right? Because we lost to the Packers. The Cowboys lost to the Packers. Most importantly, right? Because TikTok likes to correct us on that. And then the next week, the complete demolished the Vikings, who are sitting second right now in the seeding.
Yep.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. I mean, the Jaguars lost. It was still tough, but man, we were able to come on live with our crowd, our crew, and I think that was a little bit of a good therapy because normally Mondays are kind of bluesy after a Cowboys loss. Look at that, Swag's already on and everything. Swag. No, we are not winning the NFC East. I'm sorry. It's gonna take the Eagles to completely collapse and for us to win out. For us to get the NFC East. So, yeah, right now I think we are good. I think we need to concentrate on the fifth seed. So let's get this dub against the Eagles and let's talk about it, man. Everybody wants to talk about defenses, so let's get right into it with it. What's going on, Kendall? Uh,
Kendo, what up?
let's compare the defenses real quick, right? Just 3 days left for Christmas. Yes, sir. Look at that. We already got some Eagles. We got some Eagles. Somebody says the QB isn't playing. Every Cowboys fan after losing. Man, I wish Jalen Hurts was playing, man.
Me
It's
too.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is, man. The Cowboys had a similar situation with the first matchup against the Eagles. So we'll see, man. Gardner Minshew's no, he's no, he's not just anybody, man. He can go and be a starter on a team. He's done that before. Like we said, Dak is 7-3 versus the Eagles. Of course, records don't matter. It's the next game always, right? The Eagles versus the Cowboys right now, though, something I kind of want to point out, which is kind of interesting. The over-under in this game is 46.5 points. The Cowboys are notable favorites at 5 points. That was updated 2 days ago. Why, Harvey? Is it because of Jalen Hurts' potential? I mean, it looks like everything's pointing that he's not going to play. But do you think that's why we're favored?
I just think Vegas don't want to lose money
Man,
for that simple fact. Like Jalen's probably not going to play. To be honest with you, if I was the head coach of the Eagles, I wouldn't want Jalen to play either. Not if he has a sprained shoulder. There's no need, man. For what? Again, especially a game like this where it's a bloodbath. It's gonna be a bloodbath, man. There's gonna be some hitting on the field this Saturday. Promise you that.
somebody already put it. If Dak gets beat by a backup, Dak is the problem. So that's kind of funny. Let's look at the defenses, right? Because we said yesterday, we're going to talk about the defenses right now. Despite that, Cowboys are relatively favored to win in this game. The defenses, when you actually compare them statistically, they're really close to each other. Right now, the Eagles are, this is the entirety from week 1 to now. The Eagles are allowing 172 yards passing, and they are allowing 121 yards rushing, and they're only allowing 19.1 points a game. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. That's a solid foundation for any winning team that you need. Is that those type of numbers on a defense? Cowboys have allowed 191 yards passing and have allowed 133 yards rushing and only allowing 19.2 points a game. So when we look at the two stats that I just laid out right there, that's just bare. Wouldn't you say that they're very, very similar as far as what they're able to do on defense?
They really are, man. They really are. I think the biggest thing that the Eagles probably could be a better defense, but the problem is that what teams are doing is they're going fast, man. Teams are really trying to go fast on the Eagles defense because they don't want those big guys to rest. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a break off offense. They want to go up, hurry up offense. That's the only way to beat them, man. Let's get these dudes tired. I want them to run sideline on sideline. Let's run this long stretch plays, make them run down there, and then get hurry up on the line, and then run another stretch play on the other. Get them big dudes tired, man. That's the only way you could probably beat them. And some of the teams have done that. I think Chicago did a little hurry up, and they tried to hurry up, and they just got gas, man. So maybe that's the way to beat them, because them dudes are they're some big boys, man, and they take up a lot of space.
And that's the one thing that we've noticed, right? And the Cowboys had that luxury of having that 1-2 punch with Zeke, who,
Yep.
you know what I mean? He'll get you those tough yards right in the middle. And then you got Tony Pollard, who literally can find the hole and just hit it hard. And I mean, he's fast. It's hard to catch him from behind. But let's take a look at the defensive coordinator, right? Because this is an interesting storyline, right? Well, not storyline, but just interesting. You still got a young coaching staff. Well, yeah, it's a very relatively young coaching
Yeah.
staff. And they brought these coaches over from the Indianapolis Colts, right? The Colts were having some, when they had everything in place, right, with Matt Eberflus as their defensive coordinator, and of course, Frank Wright. It was a good balance, right? They had a good balance, offense, defense, and these guys got brought in. Sirianni was on the offensive side, and the defensive coordinator right now for the Eagles was on the defensive side, Jonathan Gannon. Gannon is the defensive coordinator right now for the Eagles since 2021. Let's see. Hold on. We got some comments, so we'll get to them right now. But Jonathan Gannon, right? He has been with the Titans, Vikings, and of course the Colts. He did have a brief stint with the Falcons, but we'll see. So Swag is saying the Eagles players they better watch out with Trayvon Diggs. Oh man, I mean that last year that was so epic, right? Trayvon versus Jalen Hurts. Alex, the question is, will Kellen Moore get away from the run like he has? Man, I think he's been under the hot seat, man. We haven't even been able to extract any kind of audio from him because that means that they've been protecting him from all reporters, man. So once we get that, we're gonna play. We're gonna hear it, man. You can hear it in his voice, right? How scared he is of that. Anything on TikTok, Harv, that we should bring?
Yeah, there's a lot of Eagles fans, man. I like it.
Me too, man. Hey, at least they're learning about their own team right now through the Cowboy cast, right?
That's it.
But let's get right into it, man. what has been the key to success for this defense to be able to put up those kind of stats? I mean, obviously we know with the Dallas Cowboys, everybody will say Micah Parsons, but the Eagles don't have a Micah Parsons. They want to say they do, but no. The way this defense is running, what is the key for this defense's success this year?
I think it comes down to the big boys in the middle, man. Those guys, like I said, they take up a lot of space. But also, like I think we talked about earlier before we got on, Bradbury, man, that dude is not the same corner that played with the Giants. He's not, man. He's playing a whole lot better than he did with because let's look at last year. That dude got burned like every week. So that's not the same corner, man. He's playing a lot better. The corners are playing a lot. Obviously, Slay's great, but Bradbury's playing a lot better, which makes that defensive line a lot better. Kind of vice versa. Like the quarterback's can't throw, man, if they're being covered. So those big boys are just taking the opportunity and they're getting a lot of sacks. So number one is the big boys stopping the run and then having more time to sack the quarterback, man. That's what it comes down to.
You're right, man. I mean, like I said, this defense has had a ton of success, and when you look at it, these defensive tackles are doing their job, man. I think most notably is Javon Hargrave. He's really stepped up, man. He's really stepped up along with Fletcher Cox, who's been with the Eagles for quite some time. Josh Sweat, who was literally a write-off, but he was like a five-star recruit when he was coming out into college at Florida State. But the thing with him is he tore, I believe, the same ACL a couple times. And then, of course, Hassan Reddick, who last year I think he put up 15 sacks. So overall, this defensive line is pretty good. And then you want to add Jordan Davis, who I know a lot of Cowboys nation wanted. That's who the Cowboys wanted the Cowboys to draft. But you know what? Looking at the hindsight, I think Tyler Smith is a great get, right? Swag says, who's better, CD Lamb or AJ Brown? And he says, I guess he likes it when CD gets the first down and wipes his nose. So, I mean, that's good. Yeah, it's a good little question just to kind of breathe in between. What do you think, Harv? What would you give it to?
I don't know, man. AJ Brown's pretty good, but if you look, I mean, I'm not going to go off stats, but I think CD Lamb is dynamic, man. I don't think AJ Brown's as dynamic. I don't think he can do the stop and goes as good as CD Lamb can. But don't get me wrong, man. AJ Brown's he's a monster, man. He's a beast. You throw the ball, he's one of those he's almost like Des Bryant, but faster and can run a little bit better routes. But he'll get the ball, man. He's got some strong hands, But CD to me is just more dynamic. I think he can play all positions. You know what I'm saying? And really, if you think about it, they're not really that far off. Considering the Eagles are having a great offensive year. If you look at AJ Brown, he has 1,200 yards receiving. CD has close to 1,100. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they're really not that off. You know what I'm saying? So I give it to CD just because he's a little bit more dynamic. But AJ Brown's a beast in his own as well.
Got Trey to chiming in on that question. It says AJ is not CD. I live in Tennessee and watched him a lot. CD has better hands and is better on in his routes.
100%.
I will say this: the one thing that I like about the difference between CD and, of course, AJ Brown, they're both very talented individuals. The one thing that I will say this is that CD is, I think with CD, I love his durability. I suppose AJ Brown, you kind of have to wince whenever you see him, you know what I mean, running. Even when he's running when he's running, especially after the yak, how many times have we seen him just pull up his groin and that's it? He's done for 2-3 weeks. I suppose with CD, he's a little bit more durable. They're both great with the yak. AJ Brown obviously got the money, got paid, so he's been in the league. I think one season over CD. And yeah, man, he's finding some success right now with the Eagles, but he also had that success with the Titans. But a lot of it was through the slot, which is kind of like what CD is getting through the slot. But like you said, I think that when it comes down to it, I think CD, if he could put a little bit more weight, I think I would like to see him on the outside and we could really give him the test. But honestly, Swag, we cannot really compare people until they finish 3 complete full seasons. And the way CD his first 3 seasons, it's like if he only played one because he hasn't had his franchise quarterback to give him that that boost. But man, look at CD. He's still putting up the stats regardless if he has his quarterback or not. He as Swag says, I cannot wait to see T-Way. AJ is great. Second wide receiver. CD is top tier. Let's go. I love Trey's takes. Alex, of course, Alex always brings us back down to reality. Eagles offense does a better job of scheming for AJ than the Cowboys do for CD. And then some says, I'm so scared for Green Bay. Why Green Bay? Swag? Why Green Bay?
Swag. What are you talking about?
Talking about the Eagles here.
Swag. You ain't got the answer, Swag. You ain't got them.
Is you can tell he's are you channeling the inner Kanye out of you?
I think he is.
Anything interesting on why Cowboy fans delusional, 1 and out in the playoffs? Cowboys accident waiting to happen by user 9,165 billion.
Hey, guess what? My friend's back though. Salt box.
Somebody says, "Oh yeah, you guys just don't want to admit that the Eagles are better. Eagles are going to beat y'all again." And he says, I guess he's saying that we're soft up front. Is he talking about the offensive line or defensive line?
Defensive line, probably. I think all around, I guess. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
that's all good, man. Salt box.
Hey, but let's see how they use these defensive tackles, right? Because the one thing I will point out from what I've noticed with these defensive tackles is when it comes to being they get double team, man. And you know what they do?
They do.
They're really good at eating up that defense, that double team, and they free up their linebackers. Because I'll tell you this, because you're white. Should I play it?
If you want, man.
Of course I want to.
Go ahead.
But no, because you're white.
You're what?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
I mean, we know who he is. He was a safety at West Virginia, but he's a converted to linebacker. But still, obviously, it just shows you Cowboys have not invested into a defensive tackle like the Eagles have. Fletcher Cox, former first rounder. Jordan Davis, first rounder. You know what I mean? Cowboys, their defensive tackles, literally Quinn Bohanna, late rounder. Wait, was he undrafted? To be honest,
who?
Quinn Bohanna?
No,
I think he's a late. But anyways, go back to Osa Ozigadua, third rounder. Neville Gallimore, third rounder. So yeah, obviously, different philosophies as far as when it comes to the team building. But when you look at the Eagles, they definitely focus on their defensive tackles, and then they go and secure the bag at the safety position. If you look back, Malcolm Jenkins days, you know what I mean? Fletcher Cox, they obviously bounce off each other. And he says, Swag says that in the playoffs, he's scared of the Packers in the playoffs. Not why Green Bay? I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs this year.
Swag, are you?
And
Swag's
then
killing me.
Salt Bay, right? Let's just call him Salt Bay, right?
Salt Bay, yeah.
Remember the Jags scored 40 on you and gained over 500 yards. That is soft. Okay. And then somebody, Patrick Mahomes, looking like a number one quarterback in the league. Nobody can pull off that. Only he can. And then Swag says, we them boys. But let's take a look at it, right? Because everybody wants to say like how good this defense is and how, how tough, right? Because they're calling the Cowboys soft. Hey, the first game, they Eagles was soft, man. They let DeAndre Swift break open 15 carries for 144 yards. We're not going to count the touchdowns. We're just talking about yards overall. But I will tell you this, they did good in their second, the third, the fourth, and their fifth game. I mean, they didn't shut anybody out, but they only allowed running backs under 50 yards. I will say that was a pretty good performance. But come sixth game, Zeke broke 13 carries for 81 yards. Tony Pollard, 11 carries for 44 yards. Obviously, we've been deploying Tony Pollard a little bit more. But then the Steelers, man, the Steelers don't really have an identity. This is around the time they made their first round pick. The quarterback, Jalen Warren, broke 60 yards for 6 carries for 50 yards. Najee Harris, 8 carries for 32 yards. Against the Texans, the Eagles allowed 27 carries for 139 yards. That was rookie running back Dameon Pierce, man. Then we go down the line. Brian Robertson, another rookie, 26 carries, 86 yards. Even Antonio Gibbs broke 14 carries for 50 yards. Jonathan Taylor, who has been literally the softest player in the NFL this year, 22 carries for 84 yards. AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones both worked the Eagles defense. They combined for 103 yards, I believe. Now I will say this: I'll hand it to them. They they did stop Derrick Henry, but so did the Jags. Man, the Jags gave it to Derrick Henry. Saquon, of course, we know Saquon's not the Saquon of old. And then, yeah, the Bears, man, the Bears. You guys had the same struggles as the Dallas Cowboys, but I'll tell you this: the Dallas Cowboys didn't get burned for 95 yards by Justin Fields and 53 yards from Montgomery. So who's soft, man? I don't know. You tell me. I think that where the Eagles are doing good is that they actually have a coordinator that actually schemes week by week and doesn't just stick to his script. Let's see here. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. We have struggled stopping the run, but at the end of the day, our offense is straight beast mode. We them boys, right?
Holla, 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 holla. We the boys.
Look at this. The Eagles are. I just gave you guys facts, and the Eagles still want to bring out the Jags, man. The one game out of the whole entire year. But anyways, what does Swag say? I don't respect the Eagles fans. I'm going with Kansas City Chiefs. They got my respect. Hey, their fan base is loyal too, man, and they. It's one of those fan bases like Bills Mafia. I don't want to face the Chiefs. We got Noel. What? Noel?
What's up?
We got the knowledge now. We should win this game easily. First matchup, Dallas had 315 total yards versus the Eagles, 260 yards total yards. 3 turnovers killed us with a backup quarterback. Fly Eagle.
Nah.
No. Okay, yeah. Hell, no, I'm not gonna say that. But anyways, I stopped in the middle of that. What
It's
is
true,
it?
man. They got 3 turnovers with a backup quarterback.
Junior says, "Who do you want to lose this weekend?" Right now, Swag, I can tell you this: it's about the Cowboys winning and securing that fifth spot, man. Because I'll tell you
Yep.
this: if we can secure that fifth spot, I'll tell you this: Buccaneers are toast, bro. And you can spread whatever you want on it, but they're gonna be toast, and the Cowboys defense are gonna eat it all up, man. So I'll tell you that much right now. So we want the fifth. Give us the fifth seed, and let's see these Eagles versus the 49ers, and let's see them knock each other out. Then we'll face whoever wins that. Somebody Salt Bay, you are not dealing with reality. The Eagles are much better. Uh, oh, look at this. This is so original. Cowgirls who? Like, you know what I mean? That's such an original take. But anyways, let's get back on total, man. Overall, we could debate all day of who has a better defense, right? It's a great debate. Obviously, they're fairly matched up. They have the similar stats. Hey, just like the Cowboys had a bad game against the Jaguars, Eagles have had bad games against mediocre teams too. Uh, in the end, we see exactly what's clear. We know that Mr. Gannon, Jonathan Gannon, defensive corner, is going to be ready. Obviously, he saw exactly the struggles that the Cowboys had on the offensive line, and I'm pretty sure he's going to try to deploy as much as he can. But I'll tell you this: Tyron Smith, it takes him about a week to get his feet under him, and
Yep.
I feel a lot better knowing that the right side of the offensive line is going to be strong. And you know what? We're going to be able to move some people with Zach Martin and Tyron Smith. And you know who looked good also? Tyler Biadasz, man. Go back and look. He actually had a relatively great game. He actually was one of the top, I feel, in my opinion, he's ranked one of the higher rated offensive linemen based off of that game that I do for my personal stats. And I will tell you this, I feel good with the right side. And as long as we could stick, like Alex said earlier, how long can we stick to the run? I think that we learned our lesson. I think Mike McCarthy's already been in the year long enough, and I think we're gonna stick to the run. And then from there, just use CD like the way they use CD, but don't stop using CD. Right? I think that's the key. And I would like to see, like you said, the little sprinkles like T.Y. Hilton. I want to see him come into play. Do you think that T.Y. Hilton will be deployed this week, Harv?
Yeah, he will, man. That's the one thing I'm excited about, to be honest. Like, I just want to see him play, man. I want to see what he's still got. And if you think about it, he didn't have to go through training camp, didn't have to play all these games. He's literally playing the last three games, and then going into the playoffs, man. So we'll see if Ty's got it, man. He sounds confident. It's like I said it before. It's like you're opening your present on Christmas Eve, right? Unwrapping your first present. You're excited, man. Can't sleep. That's what Ty is, man. He's gonna be a present for us. We're gonna see, man.
He used to be called Ghost, right? I believe
Ghost,
yeah.
yeah.
At one time we had a Pac-Man too, man. That would have been cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would have been cool. They were there at the same time. Swag, no swag. Forget about OBJ. Let's move on with who we have, and that's it, man. Let's just concentrate on fixing our woes on the offensive line, and get that defense discipline again, man. Because I'll tell you this, a lot of the defensive problems that the Cowboys had was that the younger players had to step in because of injuries.
Yep.
Obviously, they're not going to have LVE this year. He's out with a shoulder stinger, which is good to hear. Now I appreciate LVE a little bit more, especially after he had a great game the week before. But I will tell you this: if you go back and you look at the Cowboys, it was a lot of over pursuing by the younger players, which are rookies, Sam Williams and Damone Clark. Sam Williams, I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn already kind of told him, hey, let's set the edge like this. Let's push these offensive linemen back into him. Because that's the one thing I noticed about Sam Williams is he's a very strong, not only is he fast, but he's very strong. And if he gets his feet right, he can push these offensive lines, especially when they're coming with him. Jaguars caught these rookie defensive linemen or just defensive players off guard with all the misdirections, man. That was very smart by Doug Peterson. But Cowboys should have been ready, man. We faced off against Doug Peterson in the past, man. I'll tell you something. The Jaguars are going to catch a lot of people sleeping. There's a couple of teams that are ascending right now. Lions and Jags, man. Those are two teams. I tell you, you don't want to see those guys in the playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Jags make the playoffs, man. They went out.
It's a possibility that I'll tell you this, every team that you don't want to face them. And then look at the Lions too, man. Lions, look at their schedule. That's a team I wouldn't want to face in the playoffs either.
I just want to get this off my chest real quick. Sawbox is like, somebody said, hey, Jalen Hurts owns the Cowboys. Not really, man. Last year they lost, I think the first game was 41-21 to the Cowboys, and the last game was 51-26. Just throwing that out there. It just doesn't really own them. I wouldn't say that. But go ahead, Jerry.
He's still going, but he's still at it too. Like now he's talking about something totally different. Stick to the script. Whenever you make a statement and we address the statement, stick to the script. Trey says, yeah, I agree on the run and using CD. TY is going to be beneficial. We got to use the slot wide receiver more. It'll open the run, and Dak is great at the short throws, which opens up the deep pass. Yes, it does, man. And I'll tell you this, TY is an actual he came into the league as an actual wide receiver. Now, as a tight end to a special teamer that can block, you know what I mean? But hats off. Thank you, Noah Brown, for what you did. But we got to finish the game. Swag says you're going to be live on Saturday night. We're going to be Saturday morning and Saturday evening. We should have our Santa gear, and I know I should have put my Christmas tree up a long time ago. Will call me the Grinch, and I'll have it up, man. Eagles lose, I'm tearing it all down, man. Aaron's Brady owns you. This is a TikToker. Brady owns you, and that's your first round. And the TikTokers say, calm down. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you this: the Bucks. I'm not afraid of the Bucks right now. The Bucks they don't look good at all, man. Especially with this defense. I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn is getting everything adjusted. We should find out tomorrow. We will have the actual injury report, and then we'll have more snips and cut-ups of the actual offenses now, and we'll see what we could do as far as finding exactly tendencies. Obviously, the running game is a big factor for the Eagles. We've seen that they've had a phenomenal season, but that's why Jalen Hurts is hurt right now, right? Because of the running game.
I'm telling you right now, man. I don't know how much they haven't talked about it much, but I wonder how much T.Y. Hilton's going to play this game.
Yeah, me too.
I want him to play a lot, man.
Larry Swag, we love you too, man.
But yeah. I want him to play a lot. I want to see what he can do against his defense, man. Especially Bradbury and them boys. I want to see what he can really do.
I honestly,
Um,
I honestly think that these next stretch of games that the Cowboys have is going to be really good, man. Because the news was, I believe, I'm not mistaken, Tannehill's out for the remainder of the season, so regular season. They just announced it today. So we're gonna see a rookie quarterback that we see seems to struggle with the passing, and Malik Willis. I will tell you this: that's gonna be a great test for the defense, especially with the RPO. So it's almost like the stars are aligning for the Dallas Cowboys with the next stretch of games, right? Obviously, we need to make sure that we're ready for the RPO. Maybe Jalen Hurts is healthy enough, but they don't want to show us too much or get that practice, but we're gonna get it the next week with the Titans with Derrick Henry and Malik Willis. When they get that RPO going, we'll be able to see the defense can stop that, and that's definitely what we need. Right? We need a little bit more continuity on defense and making sure that everybody's staying to their assignments. But I like I
some
like I like these next 3 games, man.
somebody said Ty will match up versus Maddox. Bad matchup for Ty. We'll see, man. That's interesting. Hey, that look, I'm gonna tell you, man. I respect a lot of Eagles players, man. I really do. Like AJ Brown's good, all them. But for you to say that Maddox is gonna lock Ty up, man, Ty is a beast. I don't think he understands that.
Yeah, he doesn't understand it. Obviously,
Okay.
you didn't see last year. Ty is great at getting separation, man. And if he lines on the slot, oh dang, I feel sorry, man, because it's bomb city, man. Let's see, Salt. Every year, y'all talk about the girls winning the Super Bowl, and
Wait,
it's never happens. Here we go again, right?
Top box. He acts like he has 5 Super Bowls with the Eagles, man. Y'all have one, bro. And
Also,
it took you 58 years, my brother. 58. How
fact,
can you talk?
and we brought you the facts with the stats. We brought you facts with hey, we
But
watched the film
but
on you guys.
hey, I'll go back to Saltbox, man. I feel sorry for him. Somewhere he needs some help, man. Hey, Saltbox, get some help, brother.
He has that.
Somebody
He still has that Troy Aikman jersey, and
somebody broke his heart, man. Somebody broke his heart.
I
It's
think
all
it
good, bro.
was probably the Dallas Cowboys. Normally he's a Cowboy hater. I was a Cowboy fan at one time. Trey says, I worry about the Bucks about as much as the Eagles, which isn't much. Woo! I like this talk, man. 49ers are the team, the top to bottom are heavy hitters, even with backup quarterbacks. If Cowboys healthy, come playoffs, nobody really want us. Hey, well said, man. Like I was trying to say, these next 3 games, great lineup for the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be where you can actually fix the mistakes you have on the offensive line, right? Because like I pointed out, I did see the rookie Tyler Smith holding, and I saw Connor game pushed back. So hopefully, if it's not either making some adjustments on the offensive line, at least fix it. You know,
Wait, hold on. This dude said Eagles have 4 titles. Titles of what?
I have no earth.
I don't
Maybe
bring that up.
maybe NFC East.
NFC title. Okay, bro. Who cares?
Maybe NFC East championships.
Get out of here, man. We're talking Super Bowls, man. Y'all waited 58 years, man. Come on. And you know what's crazy? This is the thing I'm gonna say too, man.
Yeah, he is talking about titles. Eagles.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, look, I'll tell you this. Like, why are we so passionate about our team? Just like the Eagles are, man. We're passionate because we have tradition. It's called tradition. It's called dynasties, right? Words that don't go with the egos. I'm trying to talk slow so you understand what I'm saying. Got it? Y'all never had that. So that's why we have so much tradition. We're passionate. Are we going to go to Super Bowl? I don't know, man. Let the cards play out. We don't know. We'll see. But we will see. That's why we're passionate. It's called tradition, something you haven't established. Just throwing that out there.
What's up, blue collar or nothing, man? We're just over here, just trying to state facts to some Eagles nation here, I guess.
Nobody talks about titles, my brother. We talk about Super Bowls. He's talking about the 40s, man. Come on, bro.
The 40s.
He's talking about like back in when the AFL and like get out of here, man. Everybody just remembers Super Bowls, bro. Nobody talks about titles.
Like I don't know what point they're trying to bring out, but how many good wide receivers does the Kansas City Chiefs have? Answer that. So I guess they're trying to say, I guess they're trying to put that Dak is not a good quarterback because if you look at Patrick Mahomes, he can make Patrick Mahomes passes without wide receivers like the way we have or Cowboys have.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is in a league of his own. I'll be honest. He's a different quarterback, man.
Look, somebody actually needs at least bring you some knowledge, bro. Eagles won't beat the Chiefs or the Bills, so that that's enough said right there. And somebody said this is facts. So you only count your titles. You didn't have a team in 1933. The league started before you.
Okay,
Well,
dude. Like,
man, I don't know, man. You must be an old schooler, like you must be an old schooler. But hey, I give you props, man, because
yeah, bro.
we're trying to make you understand why we are so passionate about the Dallas Cowboys. We grew up into the dynasty years. Yeah, we've gone a long drought without a championship. Hats off to the Eagles. You guys had a championship recently. It's your first championship. Hey, hats off to the Eagles. You guys have had a phenomenal season by all means. And you know what? I'm starting to have a little bit of respect for the actual flock, right? And when I say the flock, I'm talking about Eagles fans because I will say this: I've become friends with content creators for the Eagles, and I appreciate them. And that's the one thing that they want, right? Is they want the respect of the Cowboys, which I understand, right? Because for us, when growing up, we always knew the Redskins were our rival, nobody else. Because when you look at the actual record of the Eagles versus Cowboys, it's not even a record in its own. The Cowboys have beaten the Eagles astronomically. Oh, I have not been talking junk about being the Eagles, man. Yes, and that's one thing I won't. Hey, we should.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I can't believe we forgot that, bro. There's
I
no
know, man.
way.
It's crazy. It's a very sad day for the NFL. Thank you to the gentleman that we said must have been old school, but yeah, man, shout out to Franco Harris. Prayers to his family. It's unfortunate, especially during this time of the season. I mean, this is the time of the year where we all get together as family and get to poke fun at each other and cheer on our teams and stuff like that. But man, Franco Harris definitely is somebody that we learned about and we saw and we learned to appreciate his style of game and all that he did for the Steelers. It's unfortunate for him to leave at such a still relatively young age, man. So
I don't think anybody will forget him, man. The immaculate catch, like you. How many times have you seen that on replay over and over, and you'll never forget it, man. So
and you know what? I never get tired of watching it either.
no, man. So yeah, honestly, man, rest in peace, my brother, man, to your family. Much respect. And I heard he was a great dude, man. I think Nigel Harris was talking about him. He said, man, most humblest dude you ever meet, full of light. So yeah, man, to all his family, I'm sure they're going through a hard time. But yeah, man, we need to pay our respects for sure for Frank Harris, man.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis had some great things to say about him too, and
Yep.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, unfortunately, it just that's the way things roll. So yeah, rip Franco Harris. Well, I think that's about it, man. We obviously we see that regardless of the situation, whether it be Jalen Hurts or
Yep.
Gardner Minshew, both defenses are relatively good. Yes, the Cowboys gave up, we gave up a lot of yards against the Jags last week.
We
I
just gotta
I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn is not the type of coordinator says, "Oh my gosh, what do I gotta do?" He's a very proactive coordinator, and I'm pretty sure he's already getting his team ready. And you know what? They're gonna get right back to it, and the defenses are gonna be evenly matched. And I'm pretty sure that right now Mike McCarthy is, still in the principals, or he's the principal. He still has Kellen Moore right there telling them the game plan: stick to the run and let's get them, here and there with the right passes. Trey, Eagles got a fluke win in 2018 and act like they complete like that they compete at a high level on a regular basis. Outside of 2018, nobody even watched them outside of McNabb and Vic played around like what in 2009. Ooh, that's very interesting, man.
it's
Very
true.
interesting.
It's true, man. I'm just not gonna run that down that rabbit hole, man. It makes no sense to me. Like, I don't understand what's the point of grown men coming in the chat and talking about like who cares, bro? We're breaking down our team, right? But at the end of the day, man, we're here for you guys. If nobody's got you, at least we do, man.
Hey, but shout out to the TikTok fan, man. 3,500 likes. We still have 12 people on deck. We appreciate you all. Hey, we'd like to see you guys come over here to our YouTube.
Yeah, you got to come to TikTok. You got to come to YouTube, man. We see
Yeah.
the comment. We see the comments a lot better on YouTube.
Yeah, we don't miss the comments. It's kind of
Nope.
hard to see. Like
Yeah.
all I caught was dude. And see, and then hey, you guys take it easy on Blue Collar, man. Blue Collar's a good guy, man.
Blue Collar is a good dude, man.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are going on Blue Collar. You guys, all of y'all should jump on here on the YouTube stream, join it. All you gotta do is subscribe, and you know what? Put your comments on there, man. And pretty soon, like I said, we're gonna be implementing the phone, and we'll take, I believe it's on the first run, we'll do 7 calls, so you actually we can hear your voice and you can interact with us. Of course, it's gonna be respectfully.
Oh, we got hey, Dan Wood made it from TikTok.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do a
round of applause. Look at that TikTok. You see that? Exactly what Dan just did. That's all we need, man. Oh, see.
I was saying.
Híjole, what time did y'all start? I mean, we typically start at 6:30 p.m. Central, which is 7:30 Eastern. You know what I mean? That's usually the time, Monday through Friday. We are going to start slowing it down, though, this week because obviously the family get together. So I believe this week it will be till Thursday, but we will go live Saturday kickoff and then Saturday post game. Bro, Eagles won't be this good in 3 years, maybe even next year, which is a great point. I was waiting for somebody to say that, man, because I look.
Who's that? Three Roston? That's a good.
Yeah. He sounds like a cowboy guy, man. Hey, if you're a cowboy guy, come on over to over here. The reason why I wanted to bring that out is because Javon Hargrave, 29 years old. Josh Sweat is the youngest at 25. Hassan Reddick, 28. Fletcher Cox, 32, man. How long is this sustainable, man? Like he said, 3 years. In 3 years, the 23-year-olds, which is a bunch of them, and there's 22-year-olds on the Dallas Cowboy team, will be literally 25 and 26 in 3 years, man. So you're talking
you're a Cowboy fan, man. Move over to YouTube, Thruston.
Yeah, man, come enjoy the crowd, man.
But look what Trey said. Trey's right, man.
All right, let's see. He says, I jumped here from TikTok. It's easier to keep up. Yes, it is, man.
It is, man. It's easier to see all the comments.
And then Jose País, I'm in the Austin area. Whew, it's good to know. Hey, Austin's a nice place, man. I was there recently, too. I was in Pflugerville. Let's see here. Somebody, a blue collar said, simple-minded, come up with something more substantial. I
like blue collar, man.
Me too, man. I like this TikTok community too, man. And sometimes it's one of those things. It's sometimes TikTok, you guys can bring out the passion in me. I will say that. But overall, man, it's a lot of fun. I love it. Overall, we broke down the defense. We brought you the facts, right? We said, hey, evenly. Both defenses right now, they're only allowing 19 point. I believe it's 19.1 points a game. That's on the Eagles side. Cowboys 19.2 yards a game. Eagles passing are allowing 172 yards passing, 121 yards rushing. Cowboys are allowing 191 yards passing, 133 yards rushing. Look, he goes. Oh, that's exactly where I live, Pflugerville.
Cool, man.
That's awesome, man. That's a really nice place, man. It's an up and coming place too. Get defense. I love it. We're talking also Jose Ray, because you say you kind of joined late. Jonathan Gannon came from the Colts. Obviously, he's a Matt Eberflus disciple, which makes him a Cowboy disciple because Matt Eberflus was our linebackers coach for how many years? I think it was like 6 seasons.
What's up, G Money? We're right here, man. We're all right here, G Money.
Blue collar.
What's up? What's up, Dallas Cowboy family?
Yo, and blue collars from Waco. Damn.
Ooh, really?
Wow.
Oh, I used to live in Nolanville, blue collar. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Waco.
And Josepa, he says our offensive line is in trouble. Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday I broke that down. If you go back and watch the game, Tyler Smith was actually holding a lot. I don't know how we didn't get called for those holding calls. And also Connor McGovern was literally in Dak's laps and he would go he would have two good blocks and then he would go four times in Dak's laps. That's never good, never a good thing. And then Linda, okay, what's going on? TikTok is a party, man. Puro wacko in the house.
Waco.
That's
Blue collar used to live in Temple. That's cool, man. That's not that far from Nolanville. Trey Hawk in the building.
and he's a cowboy. He's a
Oh,
cowboy.
he said blue collar said Temple Belton in my old stomping grounds. Yeah, man, I know that place well. I used to go to all the picket parks. Blue collar.
Trackhawk is a cowboy because look, he's putting 6 stars. So he's saying that this is the year the Cowboys win 6 Super Bowls. Oh, who's this?
Oh, Roasting. Hey, man, yo, what's up, man? See, it's easier to see the comments on here, man.
Way easier, man. Way easier. All it takes is a subscription. We don't care if you're an Eagle fan or a Cowboy. Hey, if you're an Eagle fan, it's cool, man. Bring it. But bring context, man. You can't just say Cowboys stink, right? Or Dak stinks. Tell me why he stinks, and we can actually break it down and we could talk about this statistically.
Hey, that's a good question, man. Smoke something. Yeah, okay. Smoke. I was gonna say it.
Yeah.
Do you think most of the Cowboy players will be on the Cowboys in 3 years?
Well, yeah, it's a relatively,
man.
It's a relatively
young. Yeah, they're really young, man. I think they still will be a lot of them.
Sam Williams, Damone Clark, they're all rookies, man. Jose Pais, he says, do y'all think they'll move Tyrone back to the left side? Man, that's something we talked about yesterday. I don't think they're going to move him back to the left side. No. And look, we got David. He goes,
David, but I switched over.
I've seen him here before.
But yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, he's a switchover. Dak threw more interceptions under pressure. Now, last week, he was under pressure.
Yeah.
So let's break it down statistically wise, because I will say this: we have the stats to prove that Dak actually is probably one of the best quarterbacks when he is passing under pressure. Oh yeah, look, it's blue collar.
Yeah, I knew it was blue collar. I was like, I've seen him on before.
Yeah. Do you like it better there, blue collar, in the TikTok chat? Is it because it's more alive?
Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah, I think it's better. They kind of like it on TikTok, but for us, it's better because we can see the comments a lot better. That's why we want y'all to.
Well, look, if you guys want to, be able to continue this to TikTok and YouTube, what I need you guys to do is make sure that you guys share our content on TikTok, because I believe we need 2,000 followers so I can simulcast the actual. The comments, and so if you guys want to keep it like that.
Yeah, that's true, man. What Jerry's saying, if y'all can push us out till we get 2,000, we can actually put TikTok on here. So just keep pushing it to your friends, man. Throw the likes.
Yeah,
it'll make it easier.
And if you're not a Cowboys fan, say, hey, let's say you're Eagles or whoever, right? Because we've seen Packer fans, we see Chiefs fans,
Chargers, Green Bay.
On Sunday, we had a great show. It was amazing. He goes, so he's on TikTok a little bit more. And he goes, if Dak played how he played last year, nobody would say anything. Man, Dak had a great season last year.
He did.
I don't know why they want to make the interceptions a thing right now. I like a lot of it. 5 out of the 11 interceptions, 5 of them have come off tips.
Top tips, yeah.
Yeah. He goes, it's better quality feed on YouTube. It is. This is so much more smoother. And wait till we hit we need 1,000 to be able to go directly from YouTube. It'll be so much better on YouTube. And then he says, "Oh, what can we expect from
big things, bro?
Huge
big things." What I'm scared of, Jerry. I don't want them to bring them in slowly. I know they're probably gonna do that. I ain't gonna lie, man. First play of the game, I'm going deep with Ty. I'm not even lying, man.
But you've always been that aggressive.
I am, man. You got to be aggressive.
Look, we got a good crowd following us. Just so people know, man. Me and Harvey grew up we're from the same high school. We graduated the same year. Harvey, believe it or not, was the actual stud quarterback. And free safety. He played both ways, man.
I
He
play
did
both
that.
ways.
He did that for years, man. Years. He has a bunch of accolades. He broke a ton of records. So Harvey, when he talks out of a quarterback's perspective, is because he actually played quarterback and he was a very dynamic quarterback too. So yeah, man, you guys found the right crowd right here. Somebody already wants to give a bold prediction.
Already? My bold prediction: Cowboys get a special team CD Saturday. Let's go Cowboys! One in a
Ooh.
million. Hey, 1 in a million. Drop in on YouTube, man. They actually need to get AUC more, just isn't it? More, isn't it? You're right.
We talked about that, man. That thing went
Yeah,
viral.
it did.
And then let's see here. I mean, Matt Stafford had 17 and won the Super Bowl. Nobody said anything about that. And
That is true.
And it's crazy because the stats right now they're showing Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes right now have more interceptions this season than actual Dak Prescott. I need to figure out how to do the video feed where y'all can see me too when we discuss stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a learning process. Obviously, the TikTok we were just trying to show, to see exactly if people enjoyed our content, they would join our YouTube page.
Somebody said he heard Turpin made the Pro Bowl.
No way,
What?
no way.
No.
There's no way he hasn't scored a touchdown this year.
Oh.
I love these I love these users on TikTok though, man. You guys see this stuff? Look at this user, so and so and so trillion. I don't know. User.
Hey, it
three,
just came out. It just came out on Twitter, man.
800. No
It
way.
it came out on Twitter about 45 minutes ago
Wow.
while we were going live.
Look,
Kayvonte Turpin, return specialist.
look, yeah, Turpin.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
I will tell you this: Turpin deserves it, man, because his road to the NFL was crazy, man. That just shows you, really, all of us, any of us that are watching this stream, this thread, we can be whatever we want. Just remember, it's in the proportion of what we put in. So the work that you put in is what you're gonna get back out.
Let me go through it real quick, Jerry, if that's okay.
Go for it.
All right, the following Dallas Cowboy players earned a 2023 Pro Bowl selection: Zach Martin, his 8th; DeMarcus Lawrence, his 3rd; Trayvon Diggs, his 2nd; CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd; Micah Parsons, his 2nd; Tony Pollard, his 1st; and then Kayvonte Turpin.
7 players are going to the to the Super Bowl. Whew, sorry, I get really excited with it. To the Pro Bowl, and then I think he will be way better next year and even get snaps on offense. I believe that too, man. I mean, Turpin has the tangibles of a cheetah, man. He has the speed, he has the hops. I don't know if you guys have seen his dunks; they're crazy. And he goes, "Nombre maybe as an alternate." No, Harvey just confirmed it, man. I'm sorry. I'll say. What else do we got? What else? Worst announcers. Oh man, I get that.
Worst announcer. What do you?
You know what? I'm gonna make one of those TikToks.
Wait, hold on. It's user 285302164080069 Dude, who are you, bro?
It's probably my baby mama, man.
Oh, got you.
No, just kidding.
No, hey,
his girlfriend. It's probably
and we're talking about he's talking about who is that? Remarkable me? Wish they could use him more on offense. We talked about that too early on in the year. We wish they would have Turpin go deep, man, to go some deep routes, but they don't. I don't know why they don't do it. But if you saw practice on the training camp, they did a lot to him, and he was catching the ball. So I don't understand why they don't do it more. I wish I had the answers.
So they want to know what about the cornerback situation? And he said, I need y'all's opinion, man. And Jose Nombre disconnect. I don't think he's talking about you though. I don't think he's talking about cornerback. I think he's talking about the comment section. So Harvey, I don't know if you want to go first. I know.
So
we know what Dan Quinn said.
So it's an open competition, opposite side of Diggs. And we're talking about Sheffield. We're talking about Alexander. We're talking about Nashawn Wright. The job's open, man. Whoever can win it is going to start. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
For I know that I heard some people say, why don't they push Deron Bland outside? You know what, man? Deron Bland has been playing really good in the slot, man. And right now, the slot is it could be a killer on this defense. So we need somebody that's really solid on the slot. I know that the Cowboys picked up Mackenzie Alexander, former Clemson corner. He was with the Vikings most notably, and then of course I believe he was with the Dolphins a year ago. McKenzie's been, also a slot guy, but I think McKenzie's more of a just in case something happens to Deron Bland, they still have that rotation. The name to be paying attention to is Kendall Sheffield. I believe even though at 5'11", that guy ran a 4.33 in his 40 time. So I think with him, and he's familiar with Dan Quinn's system, I think that's a name that we should be keeping an eye out for, Kendall Sheffield, even though people have been selling out on Trayvon Mullen being the actual guy because of his length, right? Harvey, I think that was the one thing that everybody liked about Trayvon Mullen.
Yep. They did, man. He's so long and rangy, man. But we'll see, man. I think they got a array of corners they can pick from. But I do like him more than any other corners for sure because he's so long. So
Oh, I guess we missed this. I live in Tennessee. My boy lives in Anna, Texas. I'm out there in Dallas a good bit. Used to be McKinley a lot too.
McKinney, okay.
Yeah, I guess he was talking about that. And look, I love the draft stuff, man. Somebody actually, was it you that put that on it? We don't even know players. Oh, dude, I know players, man. I watch a lot of college football. We need to draft a corner and a wide receiver. You know what? That should be taken to high consideration. It's been a while since the Cowboys drafted a first round corner. Jose Pais, okay, I have to say this. We cannot go off of what people do at camps and practices. It's on the field and when it means something. Hey, but at the same time, Jose, Deron Bland had a great camp and he showed it in preseason. And look at him.
I'll tell you what, if you guys watch the training camp, he beat out Jordan Lewis by a mile. And Jordan Lewis still started over him. So you can't say that. Like, we watched all the practices, man. Deron Bland was doing this in training camp before the season started. And he still didn't start, which I have no idea why. But I told my brothers, this guy should be starting. And when he went down and he started doing this, it did not surprise me, not one bit. Because if you look back at the notes at the Cowboys, the defense was beating up on the offense in training camp. And Bland was one of those guys. He kept picking up Prescott. So I'm just saying, man, we saw this from the beginning. So, I mean, you can say that, but we saw it from the beginning, man, in training camp.
He looked very sharp in training camp. I was surprised. Not many people knew about him. He's from Fresno State. I know that Fresno State doesn't get a lot of play, especially like if on the East Coast or even in Texas. You know what I mean? Because that's actually Pac-12 and California area, so that's why they don't get a lot. And Linda says we need to get better on both sides of the ball. Yes, there's adjustments need to be made. And we're waiting for Kellen Moore's snippets so we can bring those out. Any update on Jason Peters, guys? Man, right now there has not been anything definite as far as updates. Training camp helped Deron Bland. He goes, I seen this coming. Yes, he did. Bland got hurt.
Bland did. I think actually he did. I remember now.
I think
he did get hurt. Yeah.
He goes, okay, come on. There will be a few expectations, but you could hear commentators say that certain plays look good at practice, but then didn't work in the game. Hey, it goes both ways, right? But I'm just saying you can see who looks a little bit natural. Deron Bland, I think the one thing that really stood out with him is he didn't look undersized like the way Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown look. Anything on TikTok? Somebody wants Michael Mayers, the tight end from Notre Dame. He looks special, man. But I'll tell you this: I think the Cowboys have something special with Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot, man. What'd you call them? What's their name?
The Fergus shots.
Burger shots. They look good, man.
Fergie shots, man.
It was Lewis' job to lose. And
Uh,
that's
remarkable me. Bland is a nickel corner, not the outside. I think I said that too, man. I don't know if he can play the outside. I think he plays the inside a lot better. I don't know, man. You never know, but I just leave him in the inside. He's doing much better in the inside. You just leave him there, man. Don't fix something that ain't broke. You know what I mean?
for sure, man. He goes next year. If we healthy, I don't want to say it. We will go for a run. And you know what? I think that right now with the team that the Cowboys have, it looks like that window's wide open for 3 years, man. And that's the hard part for a lot of other team fan bases and a lot of teams to swallow is that the Cowboys have done a tremendous job. And don't tell me, don't get me wrong, they've missed on some. Nashon Wright, I think they missed on them. Connor McGovern, they missed on him. Tristan Hill, they missed on him. They got Dono right. So I will say this, they've got a lot of right. They've made a lot of right decisions to rebuild up this offensive line, and it started with Tyler Smith, and of course, and finding Terrence Steele because man, Terrence Steele did not look good his first year, but man, he got there's obviously some great resources for anybody that joins the Dallas Cowboys. Coaching staff, places that you can go and get better with your craft.
Everyone's talking about Dallas, America's team. Love or hate us, but you watching Dallas play.
Man,
That was from F. Herod.
There's another one that one is epic, right? Either you love the Cowboys, or you love to hate. In the end, it's all love, baby. Trey, with primetime coaching Colorado, I think we're gonna get some cornerbacks sooner rather than later in the draft. Maybe wide receiver too. It's kind of crazy how everybody's kind of already like gearing themselves up, man. Let's focus right now on getting past the first round so we could get this Eagles nations to get off our back, and then they can start saying you guys can't win the second round, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Cowboys have gotten better at drafting players since 2019. Yes, and I believe it's because of Will McClay.
Yep.
If you go to the TikTok, you see where we actually called him Cowboys' real MVP, and you can hear exactly how he's addressing it. So, what I would like to see maybe in the future, aside from maybe a first round cornerback, is if we ever see a talent like Jordan Davis. I think that was what I would like to see the defense be able to take advantage of. Because I'll tell you this, a Jordan Davis mixed with Michael Parsons, that is way scarier, man. I'll tell you that much right now. Anything else, guys? I mean, shoot, we've been on here 1 hour. I think we already covered everything. Right now, we're just kind of having fun right now. We're just discoursing and just.
Hey, thanks, Boo. What is that? Boo Boo Kitty? What the heck?
Yeah, watch out.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Thank you for the guess. That's all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And anything else?
Hey, I'm just gonna say again, man. Hey, it's easier for us to see your comments if you go onto YouTube, man. Subscribe on YouTube. We'll see your comments a lot better. On TikTok, it's kind of crazy, man. Y'all go fast.
And the link is in the bio, man. So it's not.
Somebody said, "Wait, hold on. Who is this person?" They said, "Damn, Zuniga." That's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Linda says we need to start to try to win out. Oh, I believe that is the goal for the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Yeah.
And I think that this next stretch of games is going to be great. And I think that we're going to be surprised with the record at the end of the season. I got the Bills in the Super Bowl, okay? If the boys don't win. So are you saying the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, or are you saying he's going to go for the Bills if the Cowboys lose?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
I think somebody likes somebody maybe might find Harvey attractive, man.
Nah, I don't know about that.
But anyways, hey, for those that are on TikTok, be a part of the discourse on the YouTube. It's way easier. We'll give you notification. We'll bring you on here. He goes, yeah, if the Cowboys don't make it, I got the Bills. All right, cool. So then that's kind of like your secondary team. That I understand what you're saying. Like, in other words, you're not gonna stop watching football and you're hoping that the Buffalo Bills are able to get a Super Bowl because Cowboys took away all those Super Bowls from them. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
What do you say? Woohoo! LOL. Because I was saying somebody finds Harvey attractive there. Oh, that would be nice. You talked about that, right?
I did, man. Wouldn't it be, guys? Wouldn't it be crazy for the Bills and Cowboys to play, and the Diggs brother go face off against each other?
Dude, that would be.
That would be how much media would that get, and how much hype? It'd be the Diggs Bowl. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Stephon versus Trayvon. I mean, that would be insane, man.
For sure.
That the NFL would go nuts. Like it'd be crazy.
We got a diehard fan. Hey, you're a diehard fan. Go into our link in our bio and subscribe to our YouTube channel and come on down to the dark side, right? And we could make sure that everybody gets to see it. Even TikTok gets to see your messages. But that's it for us today, guys. Tomorrow, like I said, it'll be our last live until Saturday. Normally we do Monday through Friday. What did it say? Two amazing men, but I cheer for the Cowboys.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheer for the Cowboys, right? Let's do it. And look at that. I see our Diggs outrunning his brother. Woo! Yeah, it'd be great to see the Bills and Cowboys. Kind of want to see Cowboys and Bengals too, though. Oh, man. That would be fun. Later, brothers. Hey, Usay, great catching up. And then Linda says, yeah, that would be great. It would be great, man. Great. And it looks like, man, for whatever reason, man, call me a believer, but looks like that could be possible, man. The Bills looking super sharp. And someone says, hey, it was a nice night. And it was a nice night.
Yeah, guys.
We want to thank you. He goes, you want the Niners? Man, honestly, I think if the Cowboys beat the Niners, I think everybody would be afraid of the Cowboys. So yeah. I kind of do want the Niners, man. Yeah, I would like to see what Dan Quinn could do to that rookie quarterback. I do not care who we play if we make it to the Super Bowl.
For sure.
Yeah, man. If we get to the Super Bowl, that's it. But winning the Super Bowl is the next phase of it, right? And let's go, Dak win.
Wow.
I heard that name in forever.
I haven't heard that name either in a while. That's crazy.
Look, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what we're all waiting for. I appreciate the follows on TikTok. We really do. Appreciate the love on TikTok. We'll see you guys.
Hold on, TikTok. Let me answer this question. Who should I start this week fantasy football? Titans or Ravens?
I guess he's talking about defense-wise.
Yeah, defense.
I don't trust the Ravens at all, man.
Who are the Titans playing? Let's help them out real quick.
Luckily, we would never have to face the Cowboys. I mean, the Niners in the Super Bowl. But I know what you're talking about. The NFC Championship. Cowboys would win the Super Bowl. He goes, I'd be in tears. Oh man, me too, man. Man, I don't know, man. Trey, wait. Why are you saying Titans, man? Titans have
they're playing the Texans.
Cowboys play the Titans next week, but without a Ryan Tannehill.
So the Titans play the Texans and the Ravens play the Falcons. Start the Ravens. Start the Ravens. Take the Ravens.
Oh yeah, he said Ravens versus Atlanta and Titans versus Texans.
Yeah, Ravens, man. Yeah, Ravens for your fantasy.
Yeah, in this case, I don't trust Atlanta at all.
No, not at all, man.
Oh, he was saying for fantasy. He says start the Titans defense. And then Linda says neither.
Linda's like neither.
But I mean, the Falcons have a rookie quarterback right now in Desmond Ridder, and they looked like hot garbage, as somebody said. So, and if all fails, always trust your gut, man, because that sucker is right.
Always go with your gut.
Oh, we got last minute Salt. I don't know if you want to. What does he say? If it's nice, it's not. Now I'll end the stream. Tell him to take neither. Yeah, we say the same things every year.
Every year, you know, man. Every year
is our year.
Just for last minute.
Nah.
Play them. You get enough?
Yeah. I was like, nah. Hey, we love you guys for. Thank you to all the people that just recently joined us on YouTube. Make sure you share this with your friend, man, and if you can, give us a like so it can get spread out further. We really do put in the time, and we love the Discord. So let's get into it. And it's not going to stop. Even if the Cowboy season ends, guess what happens, guys? We got a bunch of draft content coming your way. But I have a superstitious. I don't really like talking about draft during the actual season. So let's get back on business. Let's get this dub. we know that the defenses are evenly matched, and it's going to be a great stretch for the Dallas Cowboys. Be grateful for what we have. Football is fun. NFL is fun. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow.